Oak Island's legendary treasure funded the American Revolution, and the Laginas are chasing ghosts. Remote viewing reveals found or lost forever. Let's get into it. Today, just about everybody knows the story of the little mysterious island off the coast of Nova Scotia, Oak Island, where for more than 2 centuries searchers have chased whispers of buried treasure, booby-trapped shafts, and secrets that refuse to surface. The Lagina brothers dig deeper each season, unearthing clues that tantalize but never quite deliver the prize. Skeptics like Scott Walter argue the vault was emptied long ago, perhaps even to fund a revolution. Yet the mystery endures, pulling in dreamers, historians, and interested curious minds alike. It all began over 2 centuries ago in 1795 when a young boy named Daniel McGinnis stumbled upon an oddly depressed patch of ground beneath a sacred oak tree, in tales of a hidden fortune guarded by ingenious flood tunnels from Smith Cove, coconut fibers as ancient packing material, and the legendary money pit designed to thwart intruders. Generations of searchers followed, from the Onslow Company in the early 1800s facing sudden floods, to the Trudeau Company unearthing layers of oak platforms every 10 feet, to modern efforts revealing tantalizing fragments, a 16th century garnet brooch, 17th century Spanish coins, 18th century cartwheel pennies, and mysterious Dutch crosses, as well as intriguing metal artifacts etched with symbols. The search has never been more intense than in recent years, with the Lagina brothers and their expanded team bringing cutting-edge technology, ground-penetrating radar, muon tomography, massive coffer dams at Smith Cove, and drone surveys to peel back those layers previous generations could only dream of. In the swamp area, they've uncovered evidence of a man-made structure, possible ship components, and voids that hint at hidden chambers or even sunken vessel from centuries past. At the money pit itself, drilling has hit stacked timbers and voids, suggesting they finally zeroed in on the original shaft's location, with one recent core sample pulling up hints of human engineering far deeper than ever expected. Then there are the surface surprises that keep fueling speculation. On Lot 8, a massive boulder deliberately positioned and altered, with a snake camera glimpses of possible iron stake, or even chains beneath it, alongside wool fragments that might actually point to an ancient packing, or even something more ritualistic. Massive iron chains unearthed nearby add to the intrigue. Could they tie into old mining operations, slave labor legends, or something tied to the Templar or Masonic theories? And don't forget the cross-island connections, artifacts like lead crosses, potentially linked to medieval orders, garnet jewelry from the 1500s, 17th century coins, encrypted symbols are etched on metal pieces that experts still debate. Binds all this together is the sheer persistence. Each find, no matter how small, reignites the fire. A single point or fragment can spark weeks of debate in the war room, where historians, geologists, and even archaeologists pore over carbon dating, X-rays, and 3D models to build their timelines that stretch back all the way to the 1300s. Stories abound. Knights Templar fleeing with sacred relics, pirate caches from the Golden Age, even ties to early European explorers or military operations. Yet, despite all the progress, the grand treasure remains out of reach. No vault of gold, no chest of jewels. What endures is the slow revelation. Oak Island was never empty. People were here, engineering mysteries that still baffle us. As long as new clues surface, a buried chain, a hidden void, a carved stone, the hope lives on. The Laginas often say it's about the journey, the team, and the history uncovered inch by inch. And for everyone watching, there's always the quiet question: what if the next find is the one? That's why the story still captivates for more than 230 years. It's not about the treasure. It's about the human urge to unravel the unknown. And with so many threads still dangling, perhaps it's time for a different kind of search. One that sets aside the shovels and the seal, and I don't know, a remote view? Before we go any further, let's elevate your journey, personal and cosmic. Meet your must-have companion, the Energy Healing Map at mdhmap.com. Perfect for beginners and pros. It's your guide to clearing trapped emotional energies like ancestral or past life baggage, aligning your vibration with your goals. Imagine releasing old vibes to unlock new skills like remote viewing. With a clear energy field, you'll tap into the unseen. mdhmap.com helps you heal, grow, and explore your universe. Grab your energy healing map today, clear the past energies, and align your vibe, and see what's out there. Visit mdhmap.com now.
I am so impressed with this website, how well you've done it. You know, I worked in analytics, IT systems before, and I'm thinking, wow, this is a lot of work. And the navigation and to know and just the whole mapping, you must be a very analytical person because this is so well done. So, I love it. Thank you.
All right, we are ready to start our associated remote view. I'm Sally.
And I'm Christina.
And we're kind of your team to do the remote view, or call it Juju, for fun.
Yeah.
All right, let's dive into our questions about the mysteries of Oak Island. Are you ready?
I am ready, Sally. Let's do this.
All right, first question. Was the Oak Island money pit originally dug by the Knights Templar?
Absolutely yes. 100,000% yes, yes, yes.
You know what I got?
What?
I got no.
Nuh-uh.
I did. But you know what? And I'm getting like massive confirmation chills because it's how I asked the question once again.
Okay.
So I did ask it. I said, was it originally dug by the Knights Templar? And I got no. And I kept hearing in my head, it's a ruse, it's a ruse, it's a ruse. And so, because you know, when you go into that neutrality state, and all of a sudden you get this information you're not expecting, it comes in this way, and you're like, whoa, I got it's a ruse. And so I re-asked the question. So did they dig it as a ruse? And I got yes, it's to, if anybody's looking for it, it's kind of like it's going to throw them off.
Okay.
They hid this treasure so well.
Okay.
So let me ask you, did they dig it as a ruse? Because that is the money pit, if you remember.
Yeah.
It's the part where it's every 10 feet.
Yes.
And they have this inscription on it. And when I tuned into that, massive goosebumps again. So those are the affirmation chills.
So did they dig it as a ruse? Yes, they dug it as a ruse.
And those symbols that they have on it, I feel like it's like their internal joke, like they're tee-heeing about all of this.
Right. Absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, goodness. Anything else on that one?
I got nothing else. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
We're moving on to the next question. Are you ready?
Yes.
Did the Knights Templar deposit any significant treasure on Oak Island?
Did they deposit any significant treasure? Well, I mean,
Like large sums of it. Like large sums of, holy cow. I can't breathe. I'm like, oh yeah, there were like, it was like
yeah,
a massive amount of
yes.
sums. I'm sorry, I'm kind of over talking you.
That's
And
okay.
that's nowhere to go because I shouldn't over talk you. That is a big no-no.
Right. Yeah,
Because that
you're
influences you.
right. Right. But yeah, I absolutely there was a lot of money. There was a lot of not just money, but
Yeah, it wasn't just
a lot of
coins.
wealth. A lot of wealth was there.
All right. So that, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Wealth. Yes, that
Yeah.
resonates. Okay.
Yeah.
So
Because it's not
it
just
wasn't
money.
just, not just the coins,
Mm-mm.
right?
Mm-mm. Right.
Oh. All right. Ready for question number 3?
Yes.
Was any treasure on Oak Island intended to fund or establish a new country?
So I would say that was not the intention. I think when you ask it like that, that was not the intention.
Okay. So what is the intention? What are you getting in your downloads as you sit with it?
As I sit with it was where they um, hid funds for later use. Now, I think the fact that many of the founding fathers were offshoots of Knights Templars, they knew where that money was and were able to access it for use or wealth, as we say.
Actually, that's the next question. Was the treasure from Oak Island fully recovered and used to help the American Revolution? You're not gonna believe what I got.
Well, I would I would say, it could be accessed for later use, but that's I would say yes to some degree.
Thought no.
Really?
I know. Oh,
Wow.
what do we do with this one? Yeah, I got no.
Wow.
I said, was the treasure from Oak Island recovered and used to help fund the American Revolution? And I got no.
Huh.
But remember, maybe it's not how I'm asking, or maybe there's a
It's the
word.
question. It's the question, I feel like.
So
Like I don't think there's no when I sit with this, I feel like there is nothing of there's nothing of significance there anymore.
and I got the opposite. Oh, do
What do we do with this? I don't know.
yeah, and who knows? I didn't think I allowed my emotions to override this, but
And I could be I got to tell you, I fangirl on the Knights Templar. So I could totally have
totally.
I could totally be having issues too because of that. I
You
mean,
know what? And this is why we have to ask our audience to feel it out. Where does you, because this is why, and we said from the very beginning, we're going to be very honest what we got in our remote views. And sometimes we're going to differ. And usually we find when we differ, it's how we structure the question. And
mhm,
once we get the question structured and we're both reading the same question, we usually get the same answer.
yeah.
So, but with this, I get there's still treasure on that island that has not been found. That's significant.
Mm,
That's what I got.
awesome.
Yeah, I'll stick with it. I don't think it's been found. I know we're at probably the end of season 13. And, I'm sure if they would find treasure on Oak Island, they're not going to disclose that, with their NDAs.
Because you don't want anybody coming out there if you do find it, do you want people going out there and then
Well, you also, they have a whole entire show. So that's a
right.
treasure unto itself, right?
Right.
So, yeah, actually, why don't you let's flip this for fun. You ask me the question, and I'll give you what I give. And this is kind of a demonstration on having the audience. You know what? If the audience will do the same thing and then leave us a comment, that would be great. So what I will do is take in 3 deep breaths, keep my eyes closed, and just feel the answer. Does my body feel tight or does my body feel light? And then tight will be the answer is no, and light means the answer is yes. So we'll have Christina ask me this time, and we'll see where we go. So for those of you watching, I want you to participate in this process with me. So take in 3 deep breaths. So in through the nose, hold and exhale. Count 5, 5, and 5. All right. Are we ready to get started? That was for you, Christina.
Okay.
All right. Work on that question. I'll take the deep breaths.
Okay.
Ready.
Okay. You ready?
Hmm?
Okay. So, can you see where on the island the remaining treasure is located?
Feels when you ask that question, what I get are some images flooding in. And I got to go with the first thing I see or feel because it's under 8 seconds, 7 seconds. And
Mhm.
what I got was the flash of a ship on its side in the swamp.
Oh, cool. Wow.
Mhm.
So, can you see much of the ship to kind of give some sort of an like a time frame?
You know, it feels, I keep hearing 15th century, 16, maybe 1600s, 15th century.
Okay.
It feels like the ship. Oh my goodness, this is the download I'm getting. Okay, just feel this out with me, Christina. Sort of feel this
Okay.
out. Let me know how this. I love the riff. All right, here's what I'm getting as it
Okay.
floods in. It feels to me that we're both right. Oh gosh, that sounds so weird. Okay, everybody, leave us a comment. What do you think? Are we both sort of right? What I'm getting is that there is significant treasure that was brought over a period of centuries. And do you feel it is connected to the Knights Templar or Knights Templar and suborders? I'm going Knights Templar, but I feel like I need to drill down with that.
Mhm.
So it feels like yes, initially it was them, but then they began to be dismantled.
Yeah.
I feel a dismantling, and then these fringe groups sort of take over.
Yep. Yep.
And then they come in and there is an effort to keep bringing wealth to this island for nation building, or for some nation building's what keeps coming in. Everybody, let us know how you feel. Are you feeling light or tight with this? Let
Mhm.
us know in the comments. And it feels to me that as they begin to, I hear the word drying up. So as a treasure, wherever they're getting it from is beginning to dry up. It feels to me there's an intentional burning of a ship and sinking it with the treasure, and the covering up. It's like it feels like the swamp is intentionally made I feel there's a ship under there and there's treasure there. That is what's not been found. I feel like other orders have come in, sub orders have come in, and
Mm-hmm.
they've used bits and pieces of it. I also feel individuals have come in and found little treasure troves. Like I see like little pockets everywhere of these treasures. It's not like I know the Lagina brothers are looking for this one massive chamber. I feel like there's many chambers,
Mm-hmm.
many pockets.
Yeah.
I'm seeing many pockets
Yeah.
of it, and I feel like some people have found it along the way, and they've had, you know, bits and pieces that gave them individual wealth. But I feel like some people, I don't, it did not fund the entire American Revolution, though. But
Mm-hmm.
it did fund some of it. I feel like it did fund some of the American Revolution, but not as extensive.
Mm-hmm.
Probably why we had to go to France for money.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
but I got to tell you, I feel like the people who were doing it, there's somebody very selfish in that sort of knew where something was, and they might have given a portion of that what they found on Oak Island to help buy guns and powder and what have you. But it feels like somebody's hoarding that.
Uh-huh.
Those are the image that I'm getting as they're flooding in.
Yeah. That.
Okay.
Yeah.
Does that resonate with you?
Yep. Absolutely. Absolutely.
Well, I know you well enough to tell me, you say, Sally, that is not what I'm getting.
Yeah. Wow. We just had that. I mean.
Yeah, I know, right? Yeah.
uh,
But we're not trying to make it work.
no.
That's what I got. That's
No.
exactly how I got flashes of images. And that's what I want to encourage everybody. Please, everybody, you have the ability to do associated remote viewing by understanding how to ask the question and just feeling it. But you really have to get your own emotions out of the way. Just like Christina said, I'm a fangirl.
Mm-hmm.
So that really throws some biases in. And I love Oak Island too. I'm a fan too. So I wanted to do it. And so it is tough to get your own expectations out of the road and just feel it out.
Mm-hmm.
And I, you know, understandably, we can still be wrong, you know.
Yep.
But I feel that ship is there, and I could see cargo hold, and it's intentionally, it was left in the ship and sunk and buried. Because I think they knew at that point when that ship was buried, or they hid it in the swamp, if you will, or created the swamp, just came in, created the swamp, that they knew by that time people were sort of like, what's going on Oak Island? Let's take a look over there.
Mm-hmm.
And so I think that actually makes logical sense. I mean, I don't know, you're the professor kind of person. What do you think?
I think that makes perfect sense. I mean, they figured this had to be the last. You know, this was the last thing they were going to be able to do, because I think people were starting to really notice more. You have more population, so people are noticing, you know.
Yeah, what's going on over there?
Yeah, what's going on.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
For sure.
Wow. Okay, so what is your intake of all of what we just covered? What's your takeaway?
I think this is all really fascinating, that we're both sort of right. And I think too, for me, I had a hard time getting my biases out of the way.
No, right.
So for me, it was really hard. And so I would say, you know, try your best to center and recenter. I mean,
so here's the big question. I wish we had a drum roll. Drum roll, the big question. Will it ever be fully recovered? I heard yes.
Yeah.
I hear swamp again. It'll be interesting to, when it happens to review this video if I actually got it right.
Right.
I could get it wrong. You can still get stuff wrong.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. I think we should probably wrap it up for now.
Yeah.
Hold on just real quick. All right. Up next, we're going to do associated remote view of... You want to give it, Christina?
All right. We're going to do the Lost Ark.
I know.
Yes.
The Lost Ark of the Covenant.
Yes.
We're going to have fun with this. And did it make it to Oak Island? Inquiring minds want to know.
Yeah.
All right. So you superhumans out there, brush up on all your intuitive wisdom and check back with us next week when we dive into the Lost Ark. Thanks for watching.